Do you know what the difference is between a girlfriend and a Dyson vacuum? The Dyson vacuum will suck your dick after cleaning the house. Oh! Yeah, we're opening up the podcast with a classic Cody joke. Welcome back, everybody, to Not Rich, Just Bored, episode number 26. You are joined by the Code Man himself. I'm all alone today, as per usual. Yeah, we got a few things to talk about today. So, first on the, I didn't even open up my little Word docket here. On Discord, we have a topics thing on the Not Rich, Just Bored Discord, and I've neglected to open it, of course, and I'm throwing it over to my second monitor. I got a second monitor. That's a pretty big deal for me right now, so I'm enjoying this, and hopefully one of these days, guys, one of these days I'll come back to streaming. I swear. You get so busy in life, and you forget that, you, there's things you like to do, like streaming, and sometimes you're just not feeling it. And there's certain I find I come in and out of streaming. Like there'll be like 1 week where I really want to stream or I really like streaming. And then the next week I really couldn't give a fuck. I don't care. And I mean, obviously part of that is like the audience, right? Um like nobody ever watches you. You don't really give a shit about, because nobody's gonna notice if you're gone, right? So you don't really give a shit about that kind of stuff. But sometimes it's fun to do it, and then sometimes it's not. Whereas the podcast, I like to do it every week. No matter how many people watch it or listen to it, for me it's almost like I almost think of it as like a weekly meditation or a weekly, it's hard to explain, like a therapy session. It's like an audio slash video diary. I mean, obviously our video format is just a still screen if you're watching on YouTube, but I don't know. One day maybe we'll add some webcams or something in there. I'm trying to figure out like a good way to do it. Um, Especially when my RAM went bad. But I have my RAM back now from Corsair. I sent it away to get, well, I didn't send it away. They just replaced it, and then I sent the old one back to them. But when I did the Mem Test 86, which is a RAM memory test, it came back within the first 2 minutes of the test, there was over 20,000 errors. And an ideal test should return 0 errors. So, but it's kind of crazy. Like Corsair is really, their support has been really nice. Like they've been really nice and easy to deal with. But holy fuck, like they're just like savages for. They've sent me like 4 emails saying, "Are you gonna return? Are you gonna return it? Are you gonna return the product?" And I'm like, you guys, like, calm the fuck down. Obviously, I'm gonna return the product. It's shit. It's broken. It doesn't work. Like, it's not good RAM. It's faulty. So of course I'm gonna return it. And plus, you charged my fucking credit card. So if I don't return it, don't refund my credit card. Like, I don't know. I understand like reminding people because that's probably important. I don't know how, but somebody could forget that. Oh yeah, I gotta return that RAM. But the whole point of the process was to get new RAM, and then you either get new RAM, um, and then you send it back, but they have to deposit your credit card, or you send it back to them first, and then they send you the RAM. But I'm like, I can't go a couple, and they said it could take 2 to 3 weeks. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not going 2 to 3 weeks without my PC. My PC is like my life. I mean, besides, my children and my friends and family. But, this PC, it's my main source of like entertainment. And also, it's very important for, yeah, you guys guessed it, the podcast, because it's pretty hard to do the podcast without a good PC to edit it on. I mean, I could always do the Anchor.fm like mobile app where you record it mobilely, but I don't know how I then edit the theme song in, and it would just be a mess. I don't know how I would do it, how I would get away with it. So I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. So, anyways, couple things have been going on this week. I forgot I have to actually look something up here. So our buddy, Mr. Johnny Depp, he won his court case against Amber Heard. So I'm just gonna read this here, what it says. Yeah, so Johnny Depp. Okay, no, I don't want that. Oh, good. Thank you, CBC or no, sorry, NBC. I was like the ones with the peacock. It says they had an autoplay video, but they had it muted, so that's nice. Didn't fuck up my recording. But yeah, anyways, this is on NBC. It's Johnny Depp won his defamation case against his ex-wife, Amber, the witch Heard. I'm just kidding, I didn't say that. On Wednesday, and the jury awarded him $15 million in damages. Depp was awarded $10 million in what the fuck? Compensatory? I've never even heard of that word. Obviously, it's compensation, right? Compensatory. I've never heard it said like that. Damages and $5 million in punitive damages in his defamation suit. The jury also awarded Heard $2 million in compensatory damages. Why the fuck did she get any money? Like, was that 2 million just like a mercy thing? Like, here, we want you to still be at least rich. I wonder if she's gonna pledge that 2 million. Oh man, it's I honestly I haven't followed the Johnny Depp thing as closely as obviously social media and everybody else has, because everybody else has been sucking it off. It's all you see on TikTok and Facebook Reels and all that shit. Like that's all you see all day is the Johnny Depp memes from the trial. And I will admit it's pretty funny, some of it. But then it's the internet, so I also gotta wonder like how much of it is real and like how much of it is like taken out of context. So like the whole thing about that the psychiatrist there, I think it was Amber Heard's what do you call him? Star witness or something. And he's like sitting there like just licking his lips and making fucked up faces. I'm like, okay, this can't be real. And I mean, obviously the Jason Momoa thing. There's that whole Jason Momoa thing going around. Obviously that's fake. Like that was somebody cut that together. But that fucking that star witness guy, that guy was real, and that was fucking creepy. But um, it is a little weird that he only got 10 million because he was suing her for 50, I believe. Yeah, 50. It says right here, because of the op-ed she wrote, and then she countersued for 100 million. So this is just stupid. Like in the end, it was stupid because like he was awarded 10 million, but like how much did he have to pay that fucking attorney? Like the attorney was probably $20 million, to be honest. You know, and then Amber Heard, she got 2 million in the end. But I hope she didn't pay her lawyers because her lawyer was fucking dog shit. Like I honestly, I thought it was a joke. Her lawyer, like obviously she's lying and she's like terrible, right? She obviously did a lot of fucked up shit, and I try to be like non-biased and all that because I see it from both sides. I could see how like Johnny being a coked up guy because I think his problem was that he got famous really young, and then he was just kind of an off the rails personality, like you know like what the hell, who's that guy that he literally played his character was in Fear and Loathing, Hunter S. Thompson, like he's an off the rails kind of guy like that, so So I don't think they're both like innocent at the end, but it's very clear that he's like at least trying to be a good guy, and he's just got some mental health issues, obviously from his lifestyle, and then she's just like a crazy manipulator. So I don't know. It was just really funny to watch her try to lie in front of a jury, and then Johnny Depp's fucking what the hell? I'm gonna look up her name because Johnny Depp lawyer girl. I'll look girl. Um, this girl, yeah, Camila Vasquez. That's her name, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's the lawyer. I think so. Yes, I believe that was. I don't know. There's a guy. There's the guy lawyer, and then I think this is the girl lawyer. But yeah, she's a fucking assassin when she was just digging into Amber and like destroying her. It was really funny. It was really funny to watch. And I think the part I liked the most was when she was talking about donating all that money to charity. Sorry, just oh, I had to check my audio for a second there. But oh my god. Sorry, I just looked at my phone. There's like okay, so this is something we'll get into later, but like Diablo Immortal is like something like 12 gigs altogether. 15 gigs. My phone's just telling me, "Hey, you got more shit to download, boy." Like, okay. We'll get into that in a little bit, don't worry. But anyways, so yeah, like when she was talking about like this, I think it was $7 million she got in a divorce, and she was gonna donate it, and then she just kept saying like, "Did you donate this money?" And she's like, when I pledged it." Well, that's not donating it. Did you donate it or didn't you? I have pledged it. It's like, oh my god. It's like just answer the question. You didn't donate it. You might have pledged it, as you say. That's fine, but that doesn't mean there's no evidence that she actually donated shit all. So I think she just did that for the media. But either way, it was it was kind of I don't know. It's a crazy story, and I think the memes are really great. I don't have time. Like I said, I don't have time to watch the whole damn trial. I don't know who does really. Obviously, the people that are cutting up the funny parts, but I'm happy enough just you know watching the aftermath and just watching the memes. I'm okay with that. But anyways, moving on from that. So congratulations to Johnny. Um, I personally, I don't think that's enough. The 10 million or whatever it was, I don't think that's enough for damages because Johnny did. I mean, I mean, he's well off. He's certainly in a much better position in life than me or probably anybody listening to this, for the most part. But honestly, he did lose. He lost a lot more than $10 million. I mean, for fuck's sakes, he lost Pirates of the Caribbean. Like Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp, that's a license to print money. Like that's literally what that is. That is just a license to print money because everybody loves them. It's like whether it's mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, your dead Aunt Elda, everybody fucking loved Jack Sparrow. Like that show. I mean, there was the one that was kind of shit. I think it was the one after the Jones, like after the initial trilogy. There was World's End, and then there was that next one. What the hell was it called? I can't remember what it's called. But it's the one where like Barbosa was like in a powdered wig and he was like trying to be a noble or something, and then I don't know, it was really fucking cringy to me. But even then, Johnny Depp, like as Cap Jack Sparrow, was like the one redeemable thing about that movie. Like his character was actually just so good. And then, there was the Captain Salazar movie, which was, a redemption. It was a lot better. Obviously, they had uh, Javier Bardem in there to kind of tie things together, but, still, ultimately, Johnny is the star of that series. So it really sucked that he lost that. So maybe because of this case now, Disney will rehire him. I don't know, but I just thought it was kind of shitty that because I don't know how much she got. Well, we have the internet, guys. We can look it up. How much did Johnny Depp? How much was Johnny Depp's salary? Lurie on Pirates. Let's look it up. Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, so it looks like, according to his manager, for Pirates 6, um, he would have made 22.5 million just from that movie. Actually, what the hell? That's kind of crazy. This is actually kind of crazy to me. Johnny Depp's net worth is only 150 million. That's kind of crazy to me, considering like how famous he is. So he gets about 20 million per film. What the fuck? Hold on, I'm gonna look up something else. I'm gonna look up Robert Downey Jr. net worth, because like to me, 300 million. Okay, that's crazy. I don't know. I guess to me, I thought actors were richer than they are. Isn't it so funny? It just kind of puts it in perspective, right? Because like I would like, I would love to just have $1 million. Like $1 million would be just fucking dandy by me. 2 million would be super generous. But then, people would be like, oh, Joey Diaz or something like that is they're they're actually a poor celebrity. It's like they only have a couple $1 million, but it's like that's still quite a bit. Hold on, let me look. Oh my god, where's it? I'm gonna look up another net worth thing because it's crazy. Because like, yeah, see, like Joey Diaz is only worth $500,000, but that's still quite a bit of money. But again, like compared to like, it's so funny because when you look at people like, Elon Musk or Bill Gates or any of those people, it's like it's unfathomable. Like it's unfathomable like how rich they are. Like because Joe Rogan, I think Joe Rogan's worth like 100 million, or that well, that's his salary from Spotify. But I'm looking it up right now. Okay, he's worth 120 million right now. That's what they're saying, which is actually pretty surprising to me too, because I thought he was worth more than that. I don't know. Weird. But either way, maybe this is old information. I don't know. But like my point is like we think about these people and like how like it's like, oh, that's not that rich. That's not that rich. But then it's like it's all perspective, right? It's like when you think about the amount of money that like people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, it's like yes, they are innovators. They're crazy, all that shit. But like it's just it's so hard to fathom how much money that actually is. Like 130. Okay, Jeff is worth 132.8 billion dollars. That's fucking nuts. Like that's out of control. So like 100, like he had, 999 million 132 times. Like that's, oh my god. That's that's actually making my head hurt right now. And I'm sitting here busting my ass for like $20 an hour. Fuck. Oh, sorry. I can't look at these numbers anymore. They're making me depressed. But yeah. So anyways, we're gonna move on. Congratulations, Johnny. Hope you get some more roles. Like seeing some new stuff. So, and Amber Rotten Hell. Gold digger. So anyways, there's one thing I want to talk about very shortly here was there's sorry, fuck, keep burping. There's one thing I've noticed a lot, especially on Facebook pages for GameStop and oh fuck, can you stop burping, you pig? GameStop and Gaming Bible. What the hell was that? God damn it! I swear, this is the first time I've done that. I always put my phone to silent. But anyways, like GameStop, Gaming Bible, all that stuff, they always have these stupid. They'll always have stupid like ads and little clickbaity articles and stuff, and like they've been talking for like a couple weeks about um, this Elden Ring co-op thing, right? This whole Elden Ring, the next Elden Ring co-op update is going to be insane. And like they're hyping up people and people are all like, "Oh my god, they're adding like real co-op, not just drop in. They're adding like co-op where you can hang out with your friend and do the whole game, I guess." Is what they're trying to tote out, right? That's what they're clickbaiting anyway, right? But what it is in reality is it's not an update to fucking Elden Ring. It's a mod. It's a mod made by somebody. I don't know who made it. I didn't look into it about that, but it's literally an Elden Ring mod from, Nexus Mods or whatever that enables you to do co-op with your friends in a more efficient way, I suppose. But like it's like these gaming journalists, man, they're so fucking desperate. They're so desperate for any kind of content that they're just willing to like clickbait anything. And like there's another clickbait I saw earlier that was like it's like I think it was like Elden Ring is not even in the top 5 played games of the year on this list. And like they're trying to clickbait people in this thinking like, why isn't it on there? It's my favorite game. Elden Ring is the best game in the world. But it's like it's a list that ended in like whatever, January or February or something. Like the list ended. The cutoff was before Elden Ring was released. So obviously it's not gonna be on there. But people are fucking flipping out like it's the end of the world and being like, how can they not put it on there? Elden Ring is the best game in the world. Fuck you all. These guys are just fucking greedy. It's like, guys, chill the fuck out. They're clickbaiting you. It's because it's a fucking list or a list or an award that was given out. Like the cutoff was in like whatever, February or March before Elden Ring. So I don't know. People. It's just fucking silly, and I hate. I don't even know why I follow them anymore. I suppose because I just I like to laugh at them all the time. Because anytime I see their articles, I'm just like, I literally, and if any of our friends with me on Facebook, you probably see it from me all the time when I'm commenting on there. Yeah, I use Facebook. I'm a boomer. What can I say? But I literally just comment anytime I see something stupid, and I just comment and say STFU. That's all I do. Just shut the fuck up. And then and then I keep scrolling. It just makes me laugh so hard because it makes me wonder if anybody's noticed. Like, oh, it's the same guy. He's commented STFU. Is he a bot? He seems to be commenting that on every one of our articles. Fucking hilarious. Um. So, anyways, that was just a little thing I thought was just funny. Like these stupid companies that are coming up with these clickbait articles that are just like I don't know. They're cringing me the fuck out. But anyway, speaking of cringe, I forgot to bring this up because, and by bring it up, I mean I forgot to bring up the page and look more into it because I just heard about this today when I was driving home from work. But apparently, oh my god, it's true. I just looked it up. GameStop is making they're making their own NFT, but like they're making their own NFT service. It's called GameStop NFT. And if you go to nft.gamestop.com, it's literally on here. It says almost here, become a creator. It's got a spaceman in the background. And it says NFT beta connect. I thank you, but I will not be doing that. And I think I heard they sunk something like $100 million into this fucking thing. And it's like originally when I heard about it, it's like GameStop's doing NFTs. I'm like, oh yeah, sounds about right. Everybody else is. So it's not beyond reason that they would get into that marketplace, especially late, being GameStop and all. But the ship's already sailed for NFTs for the most part. But better late than never. But no, guys, it gets better. This isn't just NFTs. This isn't just them releasing NFTs. This is them making their own OpenSea. They're making their own NFT marketplace. So this is gonna totally wipe out OpenSea.io. Get the step aside, bitch. You're Metal Gear Solid. This is fucking Splinter Cell, bitch. We're coming out to kick your ass. All right. Step aside. Stick to the pond, Froggy. As Andrew would say from Star Fox, if anybody gets that reference. But, but yeah. So I don't know. Again, I don't know much about this. I just know that GameStop sunk a lot of money into it, and it's in beta right now. Obviously, they're gonna try to release it. It says coming soon, but I don't know, man. It's again, I'm still I don't have disposable income at all. Literally, I barely have an income, let alone disposable. I wish I was joking, but I barely have a fuck. I can barely pay my bills, let alone having disposable income. So when it comes to NFTs, I just don't have money. I don't have any stake in the game. I have some crypto. I'm not going to divulge what I have, but I have a bunch of different crypto in a wallet, and that stuff I've been kind of trading around, and it's a fun little side hobby that I don't mind taking a look at. I'm not always invested in it. Sometimes, like right now where the market's kind of crashed, I like to let it chill, and then I kind of check it from time to time, and see if there's a big up and comer that I could trade to and try to make money through trading an altcoin to another altcoin, stuff like that. It's kind of fun. But ultimately, it's just kind of a little fun hobby thing. But I've said it before on the show, when it comes to NFTs, I don't have any stake in the game because I don't have disposable income right now as it is, let alone the kind of income that you need to get any of these NFTs that are worth anything. So I don't know. I again, there are probably going to be some NFTs that are going to have uses in the future, we'll say. Like Dr. Disrespect, I feel like he's a reputable enough person that his NFT, because he's going to be using an NFT collection in his upcoming game, his game studio. I can't remember what it's called, but he's going to be using NFTs in his game, his first person shooter. So, I feel like Doc would screw people over, but you never know. But to me, there's just so much things that can go wrong with these NFTs. And I'm gonna say another story here, but I'll finish the GameStop off quick by saying that it's bad enough that I don't fully trust NFTs, but let alone the fact that GameStop is attached to it. That's This is gonna fail, guys. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna fail. GameStop right now, GameStop, anything they do, it's all life support. It's all life support for a fucking sick old lady who's been dead in the backyard with a bullet in her head for weeks. But this is just life support connected to a corpse. And they're just trying to pump it full of anything they can to try to get something out of it. Throw shit at the wall, see what sticks. And they're just desperate. And the NFT thing,
Battery low.
the NFT thing blew up. Holy fuck. Oh, I don't know if you guys will hear that in the recording, but the headset just said battery low. I forgot. I shut down my computer last night. Here, let me plug it in.
Charging battery.
There. Are you happy? Did you hear it say charging battery? Fuck. I shut down my computer and I forgot that my USB, they don't, if the computer's shut down, they don't charge. So, and I played Morrowind for like 800 hours yesterday. So, of course, my battery would be low. But, anyways, yeah, the battery low voice just jump scared the fuck out of me. That scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck. Sorry. Just having a heart attack, that's all. But, anyways, where was I? Yeah. Yeah, so it's all life support. And, yeah, anything that they do at this point, guys, it's not worth it. It just really isn't. So, I this thing is doomed to fail. I'm just going to call it now. So, we'll see what happens, but that's my guess. But the story I want to say, and this is why I'm kind of leery of crypto, of NFTs. It can happen with crypto too, though. But like, I'm sure you guys have all heard by now. But for those of you who haven't, Seth Green, who's a pretty famous actor, he was in Austin Powers and Without a Paddle and a bunch of early 2000s movies, and then obviously everybody knows him as Chris Griffin on Family Guy. That's probably like his number one thing at this point. And then obviously he was involved in Robot Chicken, which I fucking love that show. But fuck, I should have had water out here. Forgot to get water. I'm dehydrated here. You flap these podcasts where I'm alone. I'm just flapping my gums for so long that I start to get cotton mouth and like I smoked a fucking 10-gram joint or something. Like goddamn cotton mouth in here. But here, I'll just swallow my own saliva a little bit. I'll think of a Big Mac. That's usually how I get salivating. Being a fat fuck and all. But but anyways, so yeah, the story, yeah, Seth Green. So he was one of those celebrities that bought into the whole NFT thing. And he had a bunch of NFTs, I guess. But most importantly, he had one of those Bored Apes. The Bored Ape Yacht Club. But Seth Green was taking it another step forward. So he was actually going to use that NFT. He bought the Bored Ape, and then he was going to use, I'm guessing, its likeness, like its face, because there's no body to those things, but I'm guessing he was using the face likeness for some animated show. I'm guessing an animated sitcom, because he's mostly a comedy guy, and I don't know what else he'd do with a fucking weird monkey, but, he's going to do some sort of a sitcom or something like that. Some animated show, anyway, with his Bored Ape. But, as we all know, who are privy to the... holy fuck, can't figure out words. Anybody who's privy to the story knows that he had his Bored Ape stolen in a phishing scam. And I don't know how he got phished, whether it was just like a malicious email or... I don't know. That hasn't been released to the public. But like, all I gotta say for that is rip the fucking dream. Because you know, those things are very expensive. How much are I'm just gonna look it up quick. Value of Seth Green's Bored Ape. I haven't looked them up for a while. I can't remember. Uh, Ended up on the digital market. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, so the trailer for the show that he had was called Bored Apes, I guess. And yeah, so it actually got hold on, I'm just looking up here. Swiped. Oh, he swiped his digital wallet after clicking on a fishy link, like for so a phishing scam, to an NFT minting platform. The NFT characters and the accompanying rights to the commercial use of their IP ended up back on the digital market. So the person that stole it resold it, and a fellow NFT collector known as Darkwing84 reportedly purchased Green's former ape for over $200,000. And then it looks like I guess Seth Green tried to tweet out about situation, and then he said Darkwing84 told a BuzzFeed reporter via a DM, "I'm happy to chat to Seth directly. Just woke up, have seen this craziness. Please put him in contact with me." So I don't know what's going on with that. Uh, that was on May 25th, but I guess he's trying to buy back his Bored Ape from another guy. But anyways, it doesn't matter. This is my point though with the whole NFT thing. This is my problem with it. My problem with it is that, and it's ironic. It's very ironic because this is what people want. People want decentralization. That's what they want, right? They want decentralized currency and decentralized platforms and all this stuff. But here's the problem, guys. Listen. Because if you guys are big into this, you need to listen to me right now. Because this is important. Decentralization is not always good. In fact, it's almost bad entirely in a lot of ways. Because, first of all, you can't have a decentralized currency without it going up and down and up and down. Like there's no way that I could use Bitcoin or any of those cryptos as like a regular currency, because it would just be insane. Because some of them could double and triple overnight, or they could have overnight. So I go to buy my coffee in the morning. My coffee's whatever let's just make a nice round number. Say it's $2. You know, well, let's just make up a fake currency, right? Let's say it's two. And not rich, just bored. The NRJB coin. It's two NRJB coins for a coffee. All right, thank you. And then you go in the next day. Well, the market changed, so now your coffee is 5 NRJB coins. Okay. And then the next day, your coffee's 1 NRJB coin. And then a week later, maybe somebody, buys up a huge supply. They buy up 200 million coins. And then your coffee is also 20,000 NRJB coins. And that's what I mean. You can't have a stable currency like that. It just doesn't work. There has to be some form of stability. And I know there's difference between the pound and the euro and the CAD and the USD. There's always going to be differences in the dollar values. I get it. But when it comes to crypto, it's so volatile that it would just implode. But anyways, that's not even the biggest point. The biggest point for me is the fact that, look at this Seth Green thing. He got his Bored Ape stolen in a phishing scam. And the guy stole it and resold it for $200,000. What repercussions were there? There's nothing. That's the answer. That's the answer, guys. And this is the problem. There's no tomorrow. If some armed robber goes into my bank and steals all the money in the vault, he just goes full on Joker from the Dark Knight. He just robs the whole bank blind, steals every ounce of cash and gold and railway bonds you can think of. He steals it all. Guess what? Is my money gone out of my out of my bank account? No, it's not. My money's safe. They have insurance for that. So don't worry. Even if my physical money that I deposited was in that bank vault, I'm covered against that shit. But poor Seth Green, he gets his 200,000, and I mean that's just what the guy resold it for. So who knows? Seth probably bought that thing for 500K. Who knows? Because it doesn't matter what the guy sold it for, like the phishing scammer, because he's just making pure profit. That's it. So, he probably sold it for half its value. But like my point is that there's no insurance. And the stupidest thing of this story is that because he had this whole animated series, he had a trailer out and everything, he now has to cancel his show because he does not own the rights to that Bored Ape anymore. The rights have been passed to the scammer, and then since he resold it to another legitimate person, they now own the rights to that character. Which is just the silliest fucking thing in the world, right? But that's how it goes. So now he's not only is he out of money for that Bored Ape, but he's also out of the show. The show that he probably, he put a trailer together, so he obviously hired voice actors. He hired, producers, writers, possibly a director, unless he's doing it. He's put money into that. And it's all gone now. Because of a phishing scam. But the way NFTs work is that it doesn't matter. There's too bad, so sad. There's no insurance for you. That other guy now owns your Bored Ape. Sorry. But I don't know. It's just one of those things, guys. It's just I don't care if you want to get into NFTs. If you want to do it, that's totally up to you. But Jesus Christ, be careful and know the pitfalls and know what you're getting yourself into. Because if something goes wrong, you can't go whining to the police and go, he stole my ape. He stole my rhinopus. He stole my mech warrior. Nothing they can do about it. It is a digital piece of art on a digital platform, which is decentralized, which means it's the Wild West, son. Sorry, no rules. I mean, there are rules, but not ones that protect you. But yeah, so I just want to talk about that. So I think, yeah, I just think that's, and people could say what's his face, Seth Green was an idiot for getting scammed, but you know what? He is an older person. Like he's not old, but he's still older. Like he might not be privy to the new scams that are out there. And honestly, I've had friends of mine that have been scammed before. And even I've been scammed before. Like sometimes they're very clever. It's so funny, like the one that happened to me. And now I'm hyper vigilant, so I don't get scammed ever again. But for me, it was a phishing scam for my credit card because it was the whole government tax thing. But the reason I fell for it is because they got me at the right time. It just so happened to coincide that the time that I was owing money to the government and I was setting up a payment plan. I was in the middle of setting up a payment plan when this phishing scam came in. So I kind of had my guard lowered because I was expecting it, I was expecting for their email to come in. So I just never looked at it. And that's why I went to it and I entered my stuff and I hit okay. And I'm like, something doesn't feel right. And then I looked back at the email address, and I noticed that it was the whole right email address except for at the end they put like .com or something, you know, whereas the the government will be like .gov, .ab, .ca or some shit like that, you know. And I immediately knew, I'm like, ah, fuck, I just fucked that up because I just gave them all my credit card shit. But the good thing is with a lot of credit card companies, you literally phone them up and say, yeah, I just entered my card on a malicious site or something, or I think I've been like, I think it's gonna get stolen. So, and then when you do that, they just cancel the card right then. They're really good about it. They cancel it on the spot. They sent me a new one. I had it within 4 days. No harm done. No, nothing happened. But again, I'm covered for shit like that. But if I was doing the same with an NFT, no, I would have been fucked. I would have been out of money. But anyways, so that's that whole story. You guys, again, you guys can comment if you guys think that the GameStop thing's a good idea. Let me know why it's a good idea. I'm probably gonna tell you you're an idiot. But hey, can't all be winners. Okay, so I wanted to end this off with, well, there's a couple things. We'll see what we. Some of them are smaller topics, but I guess I kind of want to pigeonhole this one in real quick. Is that even the right word, pigeonhole? That's where you like put things into a category. Yeah, that's the wrong word. Anyways, I want to force this in. I don't know. Either way, so everybody remembers Pokemon Go. It was a huge success. Great game. Um, Definitely not. I mean, at the end of the day, all mobile games can be pay to win, but ultimately, it's a good game that you can have fun in, and you don't have to pay money to get good at the game or to be meta even. You know, just paying money, you have an advantage on XP and all that shit. But whatever. That's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is another game that was like Pokemon Go. It was called The Witcher Monster Slayer. Now, I love that game. When it first came out, that was my favorite mobile game. I don't typically play games on mobile. I usually have like one game. Like, and that's like my hyper, that's my time waster. That's my thing when I'm just pissing around on my phone. That's my thing. And yeah, for a long time, for like a year there, it was The Witcher Monster Slayer. And it was a great game, and there was, your in-game thing for currency was gold, and you could slowly earn gold through doing daily quests, and then through doing the quests were like bulletins, like like basically Witcher objectives or whatever, like kill 3 ghouls, just that bullshit, and you get like 50 gold. And then yeah, other than that, there's actual story quests that you can go on, and it was all like Pokemon Go. It was AR. It was really fun. You go out and fight monsters in the wild. You find them and you swing your sword by swiping on the screen, and it was a great game. And it was really fun, and it was a lot like Pokemon Go. It was not pay to win. You could slowly earn gold to buy shit, like buy new armor and weapons, which gave you a competitive edge for sure. But you didn't have to do that. You could just enjoy the game by playing the free version and just keep going, just keep grinding and having fun. But now, the reason I bring this up is because I stopped playing for quite a while, just because I kind of got bored. I was super fucking high level, like almost to max level, where it gets ridiculous. You have to get like millions of experience. And for people that don't know, like a regular monster, just killing it, like just a common monster, if you didn't get any of the special bonuses from like attacking or parrying perfect or anything, a basic monster kill will that'll net you 100 experience. So you can imagine how many monsters you have to kill to get like over 1 million or a couple million. So when you're only getting 100 XP per kill minimum. But either way, so I just kind of got bored and I was really overpowered because I was just super high level. I earned a lot of gold and I got the woven armor, the woven swords, or no, the griffin armor and the woven swords. I was kicking ass, and then I just kind of quit because it got kind of too easy and just really repetitive, as anything does over time. But then I heard about a new patch for the game, and I'm still in a Witcher fan group, like the game where people would meet up around town or whatever, and they'd have fun slaying monsters together, like they did with Pokemon Go. And they were saying about the shitty update that happened and how it's so terrible it ruined the game. And I'm like, what? They ruined the game? And then the one guy was talking about how, because you could use potions and oils, like in the Witcher games, to give you a competitive advantage against monsters. And, based on your skill tree, you could select skills in the skill tree to get more powerful, and that affects it. So the higher level you are, the more effective you are killing monsters. But this guy was saying level 40 was the max. This guy was level 35, and he said he couldn't kill a ghoul, which is one of the lowest level common creatures. It's the Pidgey. Pidgey in Pokemon? The Pidgey of fucking Monster Slayer was ghouls. Ghouls and succubi, which is the plural of succubus, I hope. But, anyways, and then I'm like, this can't be real. So I re-entered the game. I downloaded the latest update, and then I entered the world, and of sure shit, there's a ghoul. So I'm like, a ghoul. So I fight this. I go to fight the ghoul, and sure shit, I can't beat it. I can't beat it with perfect attacks and perfect parries because it's like muscle memory. I still remember how to parry those monsters. And I barely got the fucker down to 3/4 health with a perfect fight. Whereas before that, I could like molest a ghoul with like 4 sword slashes. Like, so they did that, and then they did the typical pay to win fucking mobile game thing of adding gems to a game. So gold is now a little bit easier to get, kind of, but it's used for like nothing. You don't get like any of the good shit. You could buy certain gear, like certain things, I think, like alchemy items and certain other things, and like potion stations with the gold, but like all the good armor and shit is all linked to this pay to win fucking currency. And the only way to get that currency is to either buy it with real money, or you can like, I think you get one or two for each legendary monster you fight. And then some of the rare monsters in the higher tiers, they give you like one or two crystals. But like, guys, like the rare monsters are a little bit more common these days, but like the legendary guys are still very rare. It is not very common that you find them. So they basically made it so that you have to pay. You have to pay if you want to get any of those weapons or armor. And they basically made gold useless. So everybody that bought gold before the update, you're fucked. And they got massive backlash, and the game went from like a 5-star, almost a 5-star game on the App Store, and I think it's sitting at like 2 stars right now. I'm gonna actually look it up right now because I'm curious. The Witcher, Witcher Monster Slayer. Oh, there's my 1-star review. Yeah, it's at 3.4 right now, but it used to be almost 5 stars. So there's a lot of 1-star reviews. And if you look at the recent ones, it's all like, I used to love this game. Now it sucks. But basically, they did this whole difficulty thing where they made the monsters extremely difficult. So you have to use potions and oils. So that means you have to keep crafting, and but to craft you need that gold, and then you can't use the gold on other things. So you have to buy the in-game currency to get more of the other stuff, and then get more powerful with the in-game currency. Like they basically made it so that you're always using consumables, so that you're always forced to you have to always buy something. And they also made it so that you can't craft bombs anymore. You have to, yeah, I think you have to buy them from the store now, which I think you could use gold or crystals, but still, you have to buy them. And it's like, I don't know. I just think it's a classic thing where a developer got overly greedy and they just, you know, they they just updated the game and they fucked it. They fucked it up. And I don't think I'm gonna go back because I don't know. It really rubs me the wrong way. Like I said, when somebody does something like that, you know, like you have such a good game and people put so many hours into it, they love it, it's so fun, and then you just you fuck it up like that, and it's because of greed. It's greed. They essentially in their latest patch, they essentially made it so that the game is pay to win. You went from a game like Pokemon Go and like Pokemon still is today, and it always has been Pokemon Go. You don't have to pay a cent to play the game to have fun. They went from that to just being fucking greedy bastards, and now, yeah, now you have to basically have some form of in-game currency, and then everybody that bought gold before, which is pretty much useless now, they've offered a minimum for like 2 days, I think it is. You can exchange your gold for crystals, but it's like 1,000 gold is like 50 crystals or something. It's like, and a suit of armor is like 900 crystals. It's like, get fucked. So, needless to say, I don't support Spocko anymore. That's the CD Project Red mobile developer. I think they're just greedy little cunts, and honestly, they fucking ruined an awesome game. And since then, since that patch, they've patched it again because of the fan backlash, and and I did play it for a second there, and yeah, they made it easier to kill a lot of the monsters, which is nice. But still, the to me, it's ruined because of the crafting. Because at least with the old game, you could, if you wanted the fast alchemy stations, you could buy them with gold, but it didn't matter. You always had the infinite crafter, the one. It was one station that you always had infinite of. But now they've made it so that none of them are infinite. And they don't even last for that long. Like you could only make a few potions on one alchemy station. And then you gotta pay another 600 gold. Like it's just, oh, I don't know. And I don't know. I feel like I spent too long on this topic in particular, but I just it just sucks when you have something that you enjoy. And I actually wanted to return to that game this summer because I'm getting out more and walking, and so I wouldn't mind playing that game while I'm out on my walks and stuff because I did enjoy it. So my plan was to reinstall it in the summer here and pick up where I left off. But like after this update, holy fuck! Like I don't want to support them. I just think it's greedy. But either way, that'll lead me to my last little topic here, and I say little topic because, um, uh, sorry, I fucking lost my train of thought there. Which happens. I have ADD. Ask TikTok. But, um, but yeah. So they, holy fuck, yeah. So it leads me to my next topic, which is another mobile game. Diablo Immortal got released today to the public, to the general public. Um, today being the recording day, which is June 1st. Yes, June 1st, and then June 2nd is when this podcast episode will air. But when I'm recording this right now, Diablo Immortal just came out today and it's open for public. And I haven't played too much of it yet. I just basically beat like the little tutorial missions and stuff, and then I'm into the actual game where you're playing with other people. So I'll I'll probably update you guys on how I feel about the game. I didn't know how I'd feel about it. Like I didn't know how a game would play uh on mobile for Diablo, but basically the way it is, it's basically from what I've seen so far anyway, it's basically Diablo 3, but it's streamlined. Like because it's mobile, all the dungeons so far. Again, I only did the starter dungeon and the starter bosses, but to me, it seems very streamlined. Like everything is kind of laid out. Like there's even like footsteps, like showing you where to go. Whereas Diablo in the past has all been RNG, so it's all been random, and then you kind of wander around the area. And there are some set spawns, but for the most part, Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 were all randomly generated every time you played. So you kind of had to search, but in this one it seems like more of a streamlined thing. And then when it comes to like you upgrading armor and stuff, it's just about stats. And it tells you when you go to when you go to like put armor on stuff, the armor will have a plus on it. Like this armor is like it'll have a green arrow saying up, like up, meaning it's an upgrade. If it's gray, that means it's not an upgrade. So it's again, they've streamlined it, right? So it's like, okay, that's a green arrow shield. Choose the green arrow shield, equip it. Okay, that's the upgrade. Everything else is gray. Okay, salvage it with the blacksmith. So I don't know how it'll be at higher levels. Obviously you'll have to decide which different armors you want and stuff and all that jazz. But yeah, it's basically kind of a mindless, streamlined version of Diablo 3. But I don't know. It's fun. I mean, I don't know. I enjoyed what I played of it so far, and I'm not a big fan of touchscreen controls for games like this, but they seem to be pretty responsive and they seem to work pretty well. So I don't really have too many complaints of it at the moment. The only thing that I guess one little complaint I have so far is that you can't play multiplayer with your friends if they're on a different server. Like you have to be on the same server and you can't like server hop. You're kind of like locked into that server. And another thing was I have some Google Play credits for answering surveys. So I bought like a starter bundle kit. It's like $1.49 or something, and it was like it's I think it's a cosmetic thing actually. I can't remember. It's a flaming sword or something. But I got that just because it was $1.49, and it's basically for free because I used my Google Play balance for answering surveys. And but the weird thing I found was that those items you redeem like that are locked to that character. So it does warn you before you do it, but I just find that weird that you can't use those cosmetic items on, like, if I bought it, why can't I use it on all my characters? You're saying if I use that character, I use that, and then I make another character, and like I want to use that flaming sword cosmetic, I'm gonna have to rebuy it on the other character. I don't know. That seems a little crooked to me, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. But I just I don't know. Mobile games are greasy, guys. What can I say? That's how it goes. But yeah, I am on the Doombringer server. If any of you guys are playing, the podcast is small enough that I can say that without worrying about being swarmed. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the game. And yeah, there's a few other things I want to talk about, but we'll talk about it next week. I think I'm gonna save them for next week because I think Ryan will have some valuable insights. So that's all I had for you guys today. Um, thank you guys for listening, and remember to follow the podcast on all the social media. All the socials are in the links below. Remember Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm thinking in the near future I'm gonna have to get my Probably gonna have to get my kids to teach me how to use it, but uh, and I'm thinking about making a Not Rich Just Bored TikTok. I'm thinking about caving in and just making a TikTok because I just feel like it's good for exposure. As much as I cringe at TikTok sometimes, I think it's kind of one of the most viable options for getting your name out there for sure because it's huge. You know, you'll see like unknown people just literally staring at a camera doing nothing, and it has like 15,000 views. I'm like, this person's not even doing anything. The fuck? But anyways, sorry, I'm just laughing. Somebody sent me a funny text, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, follow socials. Follow the Houster on Twitch, the_Houster, and more importantly, the better of the two streamers. And hopefully he streams sometime soon. Go to twitch.tv/code manliness. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.